Time for some Izzet Phoenix. Yeah. Okay. So, opponent's got Angel Sleeves. If we're gonna mulligan, I really don't want to put away the Expressive Iteration. I think we're putting back the Pillar of Flame. As sad as it makes me. And we'll see. We'll see what we do, whether we brainstorm or not. Alright, it looks like a mirror match. They played it on blue. So maybe a brainstorm of their own. I think in the mirror we want our dragon to grow bigger than theirs, so I think I want to hold the brainstorm as long as possible. I mean, they could have dispute, I guess, but game one, probably not. Yeah. Alright. I'll just play the iteration. Alright. I guess we'll put the Steam Vents to hand and we'll exile the Fable Passage. Yeah. Binning Shock and Faithless Looting. Binning Shock against a Phoenix deck is interesting. Stormwing Entity is going to be a problem. Alright, so there's Demi-Lich. Which we can cast. Let's start with a Brainstorm. The Lightning Axe seems really good too. All of these seem pretty good, honestly. Discard. I think Warlord's Fury. I think I'm just gonna jam Demi-Lich here. See how they deal. There's Sprite Dragon. Alright, that's a pretty good answer. We do need another one. Can't cast Demi-Lich this turn either. Alright, I think I'll put Fabled Passage to hand. Because I want to cast Ops this turn. Fry will do it. Okay, I think we can do that on their turn now. Semi-Lich like 3 mana Chandra? Yes, you have to pay the cost. So it would take an obscene number of cantrips here to protect their Sprite Dragon. Crackling Drake's also a bit of an issue. I think we have to fry the Crackling Drake, unfortunately. Both of these things grow with every spell that they cast, and the Crackling Drake's just bigger. Alright. So let's start with... We'll start with Expressive Iteration, because this sequence gets deeper in the deck. Ooh, Lightning Axe is really good too. So we'll put... Dorat to hand. Opt to library Lightning Axe. And... Oh, this is gonna be absolutely sick. So now we can Dorat. Oh no, this doesn't quite work. I don't have quite enough to recast Semi-Lich this turn. I thought I had 1 more mana. And we'll hold this Brainstorm to cast on our turn to make the Demi-Lich cheaper. You can also cast this in response to like a Pillar of Flame or something. Looks like neither of us have seen a Phoenix yet. Stormwing Entity, alright. To the top. Okay. Yeah, so now it looks like we're going to get to cast. Looks like we'll get to cast our Demi-Lich. Are we attacking? I think so. We know we're going to draw land next turn, so I think I'll play this one. And we'll just cast Demi-Lich. And what do we want to exile? We don't need all these copies of Expressive Iteration. I think I'd rather have Brainstorm than Opt. And next turn we'll have a Hasty Phoenix that can hopefully finish them off. Because if they don't kill, if they attack with Stormwings for some reason and they don't kill Demi-Lich, then we have lethal, right? This will be 5, 9, 12. No, I guess it's not technically lethal. We would need to hit another spell off of Brainstorm, I guess. Alright. Finale of Promise is a good one. Alright, so they're gonna shock and Pillar of Flame the Demi-Lich to get rid of it for good. Okay. We're gonna take 7. I think we're gonna hold this to discard. Definitely playing the Phoenix. That's 7. Do we think they can rattle off 4 spells to kill me next turn? It doesn't have to be 4 spells if one of them is like a burn spell, and they've already showed us shock. I think we're too far behind. I think I do want to attack with everything. Alright, so 3 mana for looting is probably a good sign for us. Discard a Phoenix and a Sprite Dragon. Okay, so now they must know that they have what it takes to get the Phoenix back and we're dead. There's no way they don't have another cantrip here. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Alright. So, Anger seems pretty good. Soul Guide Lantern seems pretty good. Gust seems really good. Honestly, so much of the deck seems great. I don't have a lot of faith in Demi-Lich in the matchup, unfortunately. They're gonna have their own counter spells. I don't think I'm interested in Finale. I think we want Fry. Stormwing Entity's probably just a little too weak. There's a lot of removal. Maybe we're too reactive here. Like, you can imagine a situation where we just get stuck with a handful of Mystical Disputes and Aether Gusts, and we're just stuck. Because opponent's just not playing into them. Like, these 3. This is probably too much removal, honestly. I think I'm gonna, on the play, cut the Gusts. That could be wrong. Honestly, I think it's the Demi-Liches and an Anger of the Gods, and we can bring in Chandra. I don't know. I'm not confident in that sideboarding. Okay. This is kind of what I was talking about. Like, our hand is just full of reactive spells. But, you know, these are a mystery box. So we'll keep it and see what happens. Alright, that's a good one to have in the matchup. So we have several options to deal with the Sprite Dragon, right? Like, all of these cards do it in one way or another. Which is the card that we want to use to kill it? Probably Dispute. Yeah, so we can hold up Dispute for the Sprite Dragon. If they don't cast it, then we can opt. Nope. Need land. Okay. No land to be found. They might counter this. Nope. Ooh. Okay. We can cast Looting here. There's a chance it gets countered. Probably better off just casting Looting next turn with Dispute back up, so we can be guaranteed we get our Phoenix back. Okay. And hopefully they do something blue here that's worth countering. Like Stormwing Entity or something. I do want to hit land, so I guess we're going to cast Opt. Okay. Let's see how they kill our Phoenix. Sure. That's fine. Get their own Phoenix. Just raw dogging it right into the Pillar of Flame. Which I guess is something you can do. So, first things first, I guess, we want to Brainstorm. I don't want to play my Phoenix onto this board when they could have a Pillar of Flame of their own. I do want to play Chandra as well, but... Oh, another Phoenix. Okay. All of these are really good. And now I have to get rid of something. Oh, what we can do here is we can put the Fabled Passage back. Okay, so here's what we do. Now we can Expressive Iteration. We can put the Pillar of Flame to hand. The Canal into the deck, the Fabled Passage. Play out the Fabled Passage. And cast our Pillar of Flame on the Phoenix. And say go. And we can hold up Dispute this way too. So Chandra's going to get countered if we play her, right? Or they can just flash out the Brazen Borrower. If they Brazen Borrower, then we can Dispute. We haven't seen Demi-Lich, no. They could be, but it would surprise me if they weren't running it. Just jam Phoenix here too, that's not the worst. I'm gonna play Chandra. Maybe I should have cracked the Fable Passage first.
When people start screaming, I know I'm on track.
Alright, I'll just plus like this.
Yup, you're going down.
Now they'll probably flash in the Brazen Borrower, which I think I'm pretty happy to dispute if they do. They need to deal with Chandra somehow. And there's not a whole lot of good ways in the deck to do it. So it'll probably take multiple cards out of them to do it. And if they don't answer her, then she's just going to run away with the game. That is one of the answers. That will do it. So we can get 2 spells cast this turn, 2 instants or sorceries to try to bring back these phoenixes, which would be sweet if we could do it. We need to hit some sort of cantrip off of the Faithless Looting, or the Faithless Looting. Alternative is we can send Chandra out basically to die. Then if they send out the Brazen Borrower, then we have a target for the Pillar of Flame that isn't faced too. So it does. I'm gonna play Chandra here. Okay.
It's my turn. Today's my lucky day.
And we'll say go. And they'll send out the Brazen Borrower and they'll attack her, but hopefully they don't have a way to kill her. And even if they do, now that they have something in play, our Fry is alive, so we can bring back a couple Phoenixes next turn. You can't give Demi-Lich to Heimlich? Okay. It's 2021. You can do anything you want to do. If you want to give Demi-Lich to Heimlich, you can do it. You have my support.
I am out of here.
All right. So let's start with a Pillar of Flame on the Phoenix, I think. And if this gets countered, we're kind of okay with that, because we would rather this get countered than our Faithless Looting. This is fine. Oh, wow. Let's see if we can find a discard output with the Brainstorm. Change of plans. We can always Fry later. So there's a stick on the Brainstorm. Okay, yeah, but not on the Faithless Looting, so Mystical Dispute makes sense. That was our third spell. We can hold from here if we want. Fry is uncounterable. There's not a whole lot of pressure to do it this turn. Let's just do this. But we will hold up Fry. So it's going to be difficult but not impossible for them to recur their Phoenix this turn. This is one spell. I need 2 more. Alright, so they'll probably do it. How many phoenixes do they have? They have 1. They don't have it. Wow. Okay. So they could have shock. But if they have nothing, then we just have lethal. Let's start with Soul Guide Lantern, because they may counter this, and if they do, they're probably dead. Okay, sure. Okay, so that didn't go so bad. Not sure what to do. Like, we've still seen no Demi-Lich out of them, which is interesting. I think our boarding was kind of okay. Brazen Borrower didn't seem that great for them. I'll try running this back. It's like exactly the same hand we had. Okay. We can keep this. We would love to find a way to have the Silver Falls come in untapped, but we can keep this. Can even looting if we want. But I think I want to have Dispute available for a Sprite Dragon from them on turn 2, so I think I'll just wait and opt end of turn. Do we opt or do we brainstorm? We opt. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Can't find land. It's probably a brainstorm. So, okay, they hit their land with Expressive Iteration. It's a good land too. Alright. So what's the best way to find land? Brainstorm plus opt goes pretty deep. It is probably what we have to do. Expressive Iteration is what I want to do. But we can't afford to miss land. Fabled Passage is a good one to draw. Is there anything we want to shuffle away? Not really. Alright. So we have Lightning Axe available to put this Phoenix in the bin on their turn if we want. We have 3 1-drops that we can cast next turn to recur 2 Phoenixes, which is pretty good. Expressive Iteration, huh? This is one I think I'm down to dispute. And if they have a dispute of their own, then I think that's fine. Stormwing Entity. Okay, cool. So we can Lightning X that. And I think we need to draw land so badly that I'm going to shuffle these away. Also, we do need the third untapped land to do our Phoenix thing next turn. So I guess we want blue. Okay, Scrybug. Let's start with Opt. There's land, okay. So that was our second spell, so now we can Iteration if we want, but then we don't get to play the land off of it. Yeah, we're just gonna Pillar Face. A 2-turn clock. We have a removal spell. Brazen Borrower, alright. And Stormwing. Alright, so if we draw untapped land, we can Faithless Looting plus Fry. Yeah, indeed. That's what we found. There's a small chance that we can Faithless Looting into 2 cantrips and bring back 3 Phoenixes. Like another Lightning Axe off the top. I think I would rather Iteration here. Although it does play into Dispute, where Faithless Looting wouldn't. And it's a cheap spell that we might be able to use to recur Phoenixes later. I'm gonna play it anyway. And if they counter it, then they counter it, and we'll just be okay with that. Sure. I guess we're gonna hold this for looting. Yeah. All right. So we'll lead with looting. Finding Pillar of Flame. So discard the Phoenix for sure. If we find untapped land with the Warlord's Fury, then there's a chance we can just bring back all these Phoenixes and put them in a rough spot. Or that. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, okay, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I think I'm not going to play Phoenix. I don't feel comfortable enough with the deck for the tournament tomorrow. I think I'm going to play one of Jestai or Dimir. And because that's at 10 a.m. tomorrow, I think this is where I'm going to call the stream. So, let's see. Is there anyone who I want to raid? Yes, there's Christmas. We're going to go raid Christmas. Now, show him a ton of love because he is an excellent human being. I've never seen anyone with quite so much energy. And he is honestly one of the nicest people I've ever interacted with. So, show him plenty of love.